She went from dancing in a nightclub run by the mob to becoming one of the most iconic women in Hollywood history. She played the toughest characters on screen, voiced one of the most legendary cartoon villains of all time, and even became a best-selling author. And yet, most people have no idea just how wild and inspiring her journey really was. Trust me, you are going to want to stick around until the very end of this video because the last part of her story is something you will never forget. Let me tell you the full story of Adrienne Barbeau. Adrienne Barbeau was born in Sacramento, California. Her mother was of Armenian heritage and her father had French-Canadian, Irish, and German roots. He worked as a public relations executive for a major oil company. Growing up, Adrienne was a creative and energetic kid, but nobody in her family could have predicted what she would go on to do with her life. She went to high school in San Jose, California, and after graduating, she enrolled in college at Foothill College in Los Altos Hills. But here is the thing. She did not stay long. At just 19 years old, she dropped out of college because she got an opportunity that changed everything. She joined a touring musical comedy group that entertained American troops at army bases all across Southeast Asia. Imagine being a teenager, leaving everything behind, and performing for soldiers thousands of miles from home. That is exactly what she did. And that is where, as she later said in her own words, she first caught the show business bug. After that experience, Adrienne knew she wanted to be a performer. So she packed her bags and moved to New York City. Now, when she first arrived, life was not glamorous at all. She actually worked as a go-go dancer in a nightclub that, as she later admitted, was run by the mob. She was doing whatever it took to survive while chasing her dream. And then, her big break on stage came. She landed a spot in the chorus of the legendary Broadway musical Fiddler on the Roof. She eventually worked her way up to playing Hodel, one of the main daughters in the story. And get this, performing alongside her at that time was none other than a young Bette Midler, who played her character's sister. Two future legends sharing the same stage before either of them became famous. That is incredible when you think about it. But her biggest Broadway moment was still ahead. In the early 70s, Adrienne was cast as the original Rizzo in the very first Broadway production of the musical Grease. She did not just play the part. She created it. She was the first person to ever bring that tough, sassy, unforgettable character to life on stage. Her performance was so powerful that she won a Theatre World Award and even earned a Tony Award nomination. That is the highest honor you can get in the theater world, and she earned it with one of the most memorable roles in Broadway history. That Tony nomination opened doors in Hollywood, and Adrienne soon landed the role that would make her a household name. She was cast as Carol Traynor, the daughter of B.A. Arthur's character, on the hit television series Maude. The show ran for 6 seasons and was one of the most popular comedies on television at that time. Adrienne and B.A. Arthur developed a bond that went far beyond the cameras. In interviews years later, Adrienne spoke about how much she loved and respected B.A. She said B.A. was the most generous and professional person she had ever worked with. She always showed up on time, always knew her lines, and was even willing to give funny lines to other actors if she thought it would make the scene better. Adrienne said that B.A. was not the loud and bold character she played on television. In real life, she was a homebody who loved her sons, her dog, and cooking at home. The two women stayed close friends for decades, right up until B.A. Arthur passed away. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible woman and her amazing career, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It really helps and I truly appreciate it. And if you are not already part of this community, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story like this one. Drop a comment below and let me know which Adrienne Barbeau role is your favorite. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.